All right, hello and welcome to Radiant Freedom Digital Marketing. And today we'll be talking about the top 10 conversion rate principles you need to know. And joining me today is Deborah O'Malley from Guess the Test. So Deborah, can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Deborah O'Malley. I am a Google Analytics certified digital marketer with a Master's of Science degree with a specialization in eye tracking technology, of all things. I have over 10 years of digital marketing experience, and a little secret, it's more like 15, but that really ages me, so I like to tone it down a little bit so I blend in with the younger people. And I'm here today to share my learnings and my insight with you. I've been doing conversion rate optimization and A/B testing, really specialized and focused in it for the last several years. And I've learned a lot along the way, and I'd like to share that with you today.
Right, awesome. So can you, first of all, tell the audience a little bit about what is CRO?
Sure. So CRO, or conversion rate optimization, also known as conversion optimization, and optimization can be spelled with a Z or an S, so it makes it really complicated to look for it from an SEO standpoint. It's a really, really important methodology to improve your conversion rate. Well, what is a conversion rate? Basically speaking, a conversion is a completion of a specific goal or desired action on your website. And it's usually tied to revenue in some way, but it may be seen as increased leads or decreased cancellation rates or something else key to your marketing efforts. So it doesn't always come out directly related to money, but usually in some way it's tied to money. If you increase leads, generally you're increasing later down the line product sales or newsletter subscriptions or whatever it is. So the goal in conversion rate optimization is really to increase conversions, get your money working better for you.
Deborah, you also talk about having 10 principles to get the best conversions. And so what we're going to be doing here is Deborah will be going through principles number 1 through 4 in this video. And then she'll be then covering the remaining 6, so principles 5 through 10 in part 2. So be sure to hit that subscribe button so you know when part 2 is coming out, so you can come back and see the rest of the principles.
So before I do that, I'll just let you know why CRO is important. You may have heard about conversion rate optimization and know that it's something you should be doing, but maybe you don't fully understand why it's important, because it's tangible, it's quantifiable, and most importantly, it can bring you more money. So optimizing your site can bring you more revenue, more email addresses, more transactions, whatever it is you're set out to achieve. And conversion rate optimization is absolutely the best way to do that. Now, you may be wondering, okay, this sounds great. I'm in. How do I do this? Well, unfortunately, I'm here to tell you as well, there's no magic bullet. It's really, really hard to apply one steadfast principle and say this will work across all sites for all audiences. It generally doesn't happen. And that's what makes CRO so difficult to achieve. The good news is there is a proven approach that you can take, and I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. And as Jason alluded to, there are some proven principles that I found that tend to consistently work over time across audiences, across websites. And I'm going to be sharing those with you in a moment as well. So let's step back and first of all, take a look at the proven approach. This is something I've developed over time through doing A/B testing and conversion rate optimization for clients, and as well in running the website that I have, the digital marketing resource, guessthetest.com, which is focused on providing helpful resources to people to improve conversion rate optimization
Now, can
and
you
A/B
also just
testing.
explain to people who might understand some of the terminology what A/B split testing is?
Sure. So really simply, A/B testing is taking one version or element on a website. Let's call it a red button. So this is version A here, and you put it up against version B here, which is, let's say, a blue button. And you test using software to see if version A, the red button, or version B, the blue button, performs better. So you may be looking at button clicks. Does version A, the red button, get more button clicks, or does version B, the blue button, get more button clicks? And you'd be surprised, something as simple as button color can really truly make a difference with what people are going to click on and how well your website performs.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
So in terms of the proven approach, the first thing is taking a data-driven approach. So what that means is gathering as much data as you possibly can. Analytics data, if you have heat mapping data available, if you conduct user experience studies, whatever data you can acquire, you want to gather that and really dig into it and try and turn it into a clear picture with a compelling story, so you can really understand who your audience is, what they're doing, what the pain points are on your website, and dig into that to really form a clear, cohesive story about your audience. Once you've developed that, you want to develop smart hypotheses. And hypotheses are basically predictions on what you think will work or not work on your website. And there's a whole formula for developing smart hypotheses. And Jason, we could talk about that as a whole separate topic. But just to let you know, it's really important to develop sound hypotheses that will lead you to reliable, repeatable experiments. Once you've done those hypotheses, you want to tease them out or test them through, as I mentioned, A/B testing. That's also known as split testing. And the reason why it's called split testing is because typically you take 50% of the traffic going to your website and you direct it to version A. The other 50% you direct to version B. So you've literally split the sample. You have 100% of the people, 50 to version A, 50 to version B, and you've split that 50-50. Once you've conducted your A/B tests, and there's again a whole process and methodology for that, and again a whole separate topic, you want to implement the winning tests and designs on your site, but you shouldn't just stop there. You really don't want to take a one and done approach. You want to continually monitor to make sure that those tests are indeed having winning results over a long-standing period of time, and you want to continually optimize on those winners. So if you receive a gain, you want to make that gain even higher. Let's say you get a 5% conversion uplift by doing something. Well, why not see if you can now make it an 8% conversion uplift and keep going from there. And by optimizing on your successes, you'll really start to see those gains come in and your revenue increase. So that's the proven approach that I found works really well over time. But as I mentioned, it's really, really difficult to take this and say, okay, well now I have this approach and I'm going to apply one thing, like always using a blue button on my website, and have it work across all websites for my clients or for my own site and see it work. With conversion rate optimization, unfortunately, it really depends specifically on your website, the colors, the branding, the performance, the industry sector and vertical that you're in, and it depends on your audience and their needs and their expectations. So you can't just apply one thing and say, that's it, it's going to work. But I do have some tried and tested secrets that I found over the years that will really help you with kind of honing in on what you should be doing for your own website optimization success. So, what are they?
And that is a very good question. Now, be sure and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll get notified when part 2 comes out, where Deborah will be rejoining us again to go over principles 1, 2, 3, and 4. In the meanwhile, I'd like to thank Deborah for taking the time to share her knowledge with us. And remember, you're awesome. So shine your awesomeness for the world to see. This has been Jason from Radiant Freedom, joined by Deborah O'Malley from Guess the Test. And bye for now.